First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Greystone, travel. Step.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, flush to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Play action. Now Taylor. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here.
Ready. 60 or.
Now it's Taylor. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Jet bomber.
This time Taylor will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
64, weak.
Hatchet.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Leonard Fournette. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, high 7.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
And we have it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's go now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Ford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
91.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the pitch.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You ready?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been...
And he's going to go down again. Dexter Lawrence, and that will force a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Ford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve.
Ready.
They could cost you a game or win you one.
Recon, 132 fighter. Smash.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Let's go.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. That's complete to Smith. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Let's go. Let's go.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. He's got Smith here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Dance, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He finds Riddick complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escape under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Taylor to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
On first and 10, Ford. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll go with a big bank for it, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun. Ford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mike 57. Watch the run, watch the run.
On third down, 4. And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt. with 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Check 52.
Ready?
They go play action now. Taylor eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
10 Lobo.
Again, it's Smith. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They go play action with Taylor. Now he's going to go up top. This is caught inside the 15. Give them 32 on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw. Ford.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Now Fournette, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Get him, boy. Let's go now. 61, matchbox lights.
Stop here, D. Out.
Fire.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. Looking to throw on second down. Ford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
His throw caught right around the 6. A very solid gain of 27. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, lock it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. Being chased out left. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the gun on 3rd down, Ford. Now he'll escape to his left. He may try and fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Fournette, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". In your face.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it again with Smith.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Airing one deep for Riddick. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play action, it's Taylor. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get...
Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To throw is Taylor. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone in and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point up and through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were under pressure. They got him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flush to his right. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a desperation throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Team 6. Team 6.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Taylor will throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Lions, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.